Hello and welcome back. This is Alston, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about ScreenFlow. I'm going to basically give you an overview of what ScreenFlow is, why I chose it, how to use it, basically the who, what, when, where, why, and how with ScreenFlow. So let's get started. So as you can see on your screen here, this is ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow is a video editing software tool. I use it for making YouTube videos. I use it when I teach with Udemy courses. The reason why I chose ScreenFlow is it was recommended by a few different people. It was recommended by Udemy. When I used the trial, it was very easy to use. I also had the choice of using QuickTime. I didn't like the interface with QuickTime, so that was kind of an issue. I also wanted something that I could do both editing of audio and video at the same time. So that's one of the reasons why I chose ScreenFlow versus some of the other competitors. I could use a video recording like a camera or something that records the desktop and then something else that uses the audio. But for me, this is a nice all-in-one combination. As you can see on your screen, this is basically what ScreenFlow looks like. At the bottom here, this is where you edit your audio and your video. As you can see, you can actually record your desktop as well as using either a webcam or an additional camera. On the right-hand side here, there are a ton of different features. So it's really user-friendly. It does take probably, I would say maybe an hour, conservatively speaking, to get up to date to figure everything out. Really, everything can be done on this on the right hand side here. You can edit the video, you can manipulate the audio volume, you can remove the background. There's a lot of different features in here that makes life a little bit easier. And again, you can do everything right in this screen here versus having to go edit in one place and then edit the audio somewhere else. It did, like I mentioned, it did take a little bit of time to get used to it, but it's really easy and very friendly now that I've gotten used to it. As I mentioned, I use it when I'm recording YouTube videos. I also use it when I teach on Udemy or with Udemy. And really, it's pretty easy. If I go File, New, that's not what I want to do. So it's actually pretty easy to use. So if you just go File, New, this creates a new document. And one of the cool things that you can do is you can actually, it's like Inception here. You can actually adjust the you can actually configure the different settings. For example, I have a total of 3 screens, and you can change the screen here. You can adjust the video output. You can also adjust the screen format or the screen size, aspect ratio, and you can also adjust the audio, which is really nice. And then you can also record the computer audio as well. And so once you do that, you just basically click the red button, and that gives you a little countdown timer, and then you start recording. And you can talk and do whatever else it is that you are planning on doing with this software. And then once you're done, I'll just close this out. Once you're done, you can actually go here in the top here and click this button, and you can either pause or stop it. And once you stop the recording, this screen will pop up, and it'll give you the ability to edit the new document that you've created. And editing is actually really easy. You just click anywhere here in the timeline. For example, if I wanted to edit this part out, you just click, and you can either hold Shift and drag it like that, or you can click one spot and then press Shift down and then click somewhere else, and then you can edit or delete that way. One pro tip that I learned actually watching from other YouTube videos is if you press on the Mac, if you press Command Delete, it actually will delete the section, and then it'll close the gap between the section that you it'll remove the space that is left. So if you don't press the Control Shift pro tip, this is what happens. And then you're left with that little divide there. And that can take a lot of time if you have a lot of ums, ahs, and so on. And so what you can do, as I mentioned, is you can do more of like a quick delete, and you just press Command and delete. It closes up that space for you. So I'm just going to undo that. Some of the other cool things that you can do is, let's say you wanted to cut somewhere to add in a picture or whatever. You can just click this bar here to highlight it, and then if you press T, it creates a cut wherever you set the marker at, which is pretty cool, which it happens pretty fast. And then the nice thing about that too is it cuts it only at the highlighted part. It doesn't cut both if you don't want it to. And so you have a ton of features, you have a ton of options. Maybe I'll create a couple more videos with some how-tos that I found most useful. But if you are interested in ScreenFlow, it's helped me out tremendously. As I've mentioned a few different times, it's cut down in my recording time or my editing time immensely. If you are interested in ScreenFlow, they actually came out with a ScreenFlow 8 recently. It's probably more of a pivot from ScreenFlow 7 than a full-on upgrade, I would say, at this point. If you are interested in ScreenFlow, click the link in the description. It'll take you right to the ScreenFlow software webpage that'll offer a little bit more details, and it'll also give you the ability to purchase the software. So once again, this is ScreenFlow 7. I definitely recommend this product if you are looking to getting into video recording, if you're looking into getting into recording your desktop and recording an audio. If you're looking for an all-in-one solution, I think this is a pretty good product to take a look at. So that's all I have for you today. Once again, my name is Alston, and thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.